Roman Abramovich to return to Chelsea, the former owner reportedly exploring a comeback.
Before we start, if this is your first time here, I invite you to subscribe. It's free, it takes 2 seconds and it's nice. Thank you very much.
The name Roman Abramovich is forever linked with Chelsea's modern history. Under his ownership from 2003 to 2022, the club enjoyed its most successful era, winning 5 Premier League titles, 2 Champions League trophies, 5 FA Cups, and numerous other domestic and international honours. However, since his forced sale of the club in May 2022 due to UK government sanctions against Russia, Chelsea has struggled to find stability. The Todd Boehly era, marked by massive spending and ongoing managerial instability, has raised serious concerns about the club's direction. Now, according to multiple sources close to the club, Roman Abramovich could be exploring a sensational return to Stamford Bridge, either as a major investor or through a full takeover. Why is an Abramovich comeback possible? When Roman Abramovich sold Chelsea, it was not out of personal desire but due to political pressure and legal restrictions. The Russian billionaire, known for his deep passion for football and love for Chelsea, has never truly distanced himself from the club. Since his departure, Chelsea has been plagued by questionable decision-making under Todd Boehly and Clearlake Capital. Despite spending over €1 billion on transfers, the club has suffered from poor squad management, frequent managerial changes, lack of a clear long-term strategy. Several key factors could facilitate Abramovich's potential return. 1. Growing frustration with Todd Boehly's leadership. Boehly's management style has been widely criticized, and several investors are beginning to question his ability to run Chelsea effectively. 2. Chelsea's declining market value. The club was sold for £4.25 billion in 2022, but poor performances and financial mismanagement have reduced its valuation. If Chelsea's struggles continue, Boehly and his partners might be forced to consider selling the club or accepting outside investment. 3. Strong support for Abramovich from key figures at Chelsea. Many former club executives, players, and fans remain loyal to Abramovich and could push for his return. What are the challenges to Abramovich's return? While the idea of Abramovich returning excites many Chelsea fans, there are major obstacles preventing such a move. 1. UK government sanctions. Abramovich remains sanctioned by the British government due to alleged ties with the Kremlin. Without a formal lifting of restrictions, he cannot legally repurchase Chelsea. 2. Would Todd Boehly agree to sell? Boehly and Clearlake Capital have invested heavily in Chelsea and are unlikely to give up control easily. Unless the club's financial struggles worsen, a sale would be unlikely in the short term. 3. Legal and financial maneuvering required. If Abramovich cannot directly take over, he could attempt a return through a group of international investors, requiring a complex financial strategy. What would Abramovich's return mean for Chelsea? If Abramovich somehow regains control of Chelsea, it could completely reshape the club's future. 1. A return to ambition and strategic planning. Under Abramovich, Chelsea had a clear vision and effective recruitment policies. Unlike the scattergun spending seen under Boehly, Abramovich's approach was targeted and calculated. 2. A new Galacticos era for Chelsea. Abramovich never hesitated to invest in world-class players. If he were to return, Chelsea could once again challenge the likes of Manchester City and Real Madrid in the transfer market. 3. A new managerial revolution. Abramovich was never afraid to change managers when needed. His return could mean the appointment of a world-class coach, possibly Zinedine Zidane, Xabi Alonso, or even a dramatic third spell for Jose Mourinho. Could this really happen, or just a dream? A Roman Abramovich comeback at Chelsea would be one of the biggest shocks in football history. The club is in an uncertain period, and his shadow still looms over Stamford Bridge. However, the legal and political barriers are significant, making this scenario extremely complex. One thing is certain: if Chelsea continues to struggle under Boehly, the calls for Abramovich's return will only grow louder. This story is far from over.